Hey there, TBC members and TBC hopefuls. This is Nifum here, bringing you the little bit late episode number 2. This one titled Battlefield Vehicles. So I'll just jump right on in. First up, we have the ATV. The ATV is a light, fast attack flanking vehicle. It can be used to easily bring you and your buddy to behind enemy lines, so you can set up a spawn point back there. The only problem with the ATV is that it's really loud, so when you're driving it into an enemy base, everyone knows about it. So when you're getting off of it, be ready for a fight. Next vehicle up, we have the buggy. The buggy is a light, fast attack vehicle that can carry up to 4 people. One person on the back, one person on a grenade launcher on the top, one person on a heavy MG, and then the driver. This vehicle is really good for getting you into the enemy base and dropping off people. The only problem with this vehicle is, however, that one well-placed rocket will be the end of this vehicle, pretty much no matter what you have on it. Nothing scares the enemy more than having a line of tanks sitting outside your base, so the more you can have on your team, the better. The tank is a heavy armored vehicle that will drive in and decimate the enemy base. You can also use it to cover your allies or block doorways on objectives. And with a little effort, if you're crafty enough, you can actually park it on top of the objective, stopping your enemies from getting to it altogether. And finally, we have the helicopters. To me, the helicopters are the most intimidating vehicles. Nothing screams oppressive more than a helicopter flying around your base, dropping off people, leveling your buildings, and killing your teammates. Depending on what vehicle perk you take dictates how you're going to play that vehicle. So I'm going to show you which vehicle perks do what. I'm not going to go over into detail what the V-Elect does because it's mainly a softcore perk. The V-Elect lets you see what's around your vehicle. It works similar to a sensor ball, but is always attached to your vehicle. The vehicle armor provides a little extra defense to your vehicle. So when you're flying around and your ally decides to shoot a rocket, but misses the doorway and blows you up instead, you can still stay alive. The vehicle alternate allows a vehicle to have an extra weapon when it's driving around. This weapon can be activated by pressing the left bumper, while the primary weapon can be used by pressing the right bumper. For example, the tank would get a pintle-mounted machine gun, and the Bradley gets a tow missile. Vehicle Smoke, being my personal favorite perk, allows a vehicle to get rid of a tracer by using flares, or to provide cover to nearby allies around your vehicle. And lastly, there's the Vehicle Optic. Vehicle Optic allows vehicles to shoot enemies with their high-powered weapons, such as the tank gun, at long distances to kill enemies or to blow up other vehicles. Not only is knowing how to drive vehicles important, but also knowing how to blow them up is equally as important. For those of you who rarely use your secondary weapon, we would ask you that you put a tracer dart on. The tracer dart allows us to lock on to aerial vehicles and take them out with little effort. Bullet lag takes effect with the tracer dart. The tracer is a really slow bullet, so when you're shooting at an aerial vehicle, you'll need to remember to lead it. One of the hardest vehicles to take out is the tank. There are specific points on the tank that are weaker than other points. If you're shooting it on the front, you're basically wasting your time. But if you're shooting it on the side, which is a better target, you can be doing much more damage. Right there, between the turret and the body, is one of the weaker points. If you have the opportunity to, though, shooting on the backside is the best spot you can possibly shoot at. Right between the turret and the body is the weakest point. But also, if you can hit on the very back side with a quick shot, you'll be doing a ton of damage. One or two shots on this back side will be the end of the vehicle. Thanks for watching, everybody. That concludes this episode of Battlefield Tactics Vehicles. and I hope to see you next week.